Hey air signs, it's Suzanne with Sunny Forest Tarot here to do a little Monday morning message for you, and to let you know that I will be doing or releasing general readings from now on Tuesdays. Okay, why am I doing that? Because I noticed that the energy on Monday is honestly not as good as it is on Tuesday. um, so, you know, what that tells me is that there probably needs to be, I don't know, a positive focus message on Monday. So that's what this is, all right? So you can look for all 12 of the readings, general readings, to be posted on Tuesdays, okay? And that's what we're going to be doing going forward. Also on Wednesday, and I know that I've been saying this for a while, but I want to make sure that I have the time and energy to put into it. Now I do, and you're going to see a singles reading on Wednesday. You're going to see a relationship in challenge in some way on Thursday, and then you're going to see marriages on Friday. So you can look for those as well. All right, so let's get started here. So this is air signs. This is Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. I'm using one of my decks here among a couple of other decks. This is my Sunny Forest Tarot Awakening Journey deck. All right. And then I'm going to use one of Abraham Hicks' decks here. Esther Hicks, if you watch her on YouTube. She just has beautiful messages, and honestly, they're always positive. So if you haven't found her on YouTube, definitely look and listen to her messages. I find that depending on where you're at in your journey, you may not be ready for that type of message. But they're beautiful nevertheless. And like I said, really always positive, and they're always consistent. All right, let's see. One more here. And then we're going to clarify with tarot. All right, let's start with this message here. Okay, so it says, "It is not my work to control others." So that's a message for the week. So if you find yourself getting frustrated because you feel like you're not able to get a result that you want through somebody, or not be in complete control of a situation, this is saying let it go. Let go of that need to control. What do we have on the back? Trying to limit anybody about anything defies the laws of the universe. It cannot be done. You cannot control others, but you can control and create your own reality. I feel like this is something that we have to be constantly reminded of, because a lot of people, probably everybody at some point, has the desire to want to control somebody else's actions, and we simply can't. So there's a lot of relief when it comes to realizing that you can't control others. You can only control what you do, what you say, okay? So that's a really, really good message. So what else do we have here for you, air signs? Surrender your resistance. Goes hand in hand with that message. So there's something in your life right now where the best change would come from that situation if you surrendered the resistance you have around it. Okay? So if it's a relationship, you might have to surrender to the fact that maybe the timing isn't right. If you're frustrated in a job, surrender to what is for a while to see what comes in. having that constant resistance is exhausting, right? It is. It's exhausting to constantly be having that feeling of fighting an uphill battle. When you're surrounded by resistance, it might mean that something really fundamental needs to change in your world. Okay? That might be the world saying, we're giving you this resistance to divert you on your path, to put you on a different path. Sometimes when you're surrounded by all kinds of resistance, there's a reason for it, a really good reason. What else do we have here? Broken miscommunication. All right, so again, this could be, within a relationship, could be a romantic relationship, it could be a work relationship. You might feel like communication is broken between you and somebody else. You might feel like there's a lot of miscommunication going on between you and another person. You might feel like it can't be fixed. That's why there's a lot of resistance here. Maybe some desire to want to control somebody or control the outcome of something. This is a big reading for you guys about really releasing resistance and surrendering to, to what is, so you can allow what's meant to come in to come in. What else do we have here? This has come up in every single reading today. Being present versus looking back. This is literally the energy of surrendering resistance. When you're in the energy of the past, okay, and you're focused on, mistakes that have been made, miscommunications, broken communications, what went wrong in this scenario or this situation, you're literally not in the energy of being present. You're not in the energy of the most powerful opportunity you have, which is the present. It's not the future, it's not the past, it's what is happening today. If there's one thing that you can do this week is focus on how often you're really present, on what you're doing, who you're with, who you're talking to right now. And just, enjoying that and not trying to control anything in the present, just allowing things to unfold. All right, so let's see what all of this is about for you guys. Surrender your resistance to what? What is going on for air signs? What is this miscommunication or broken communication about? And why is it important for you to be present? All right, so surrender your resistance. We've got the Hermit. So, card of Virgo here. You might be dealing with a Virgo. You might be surrendering your resistance from a Virgo or to a Virgo. This, almost says, take a step back and be by yourself. Maybe take the day off and spend some time doing something that immediately removes you from resistance. I feel like a lot of you are dealing with a situation that's uncomfortable, that you're feeling out of control in that situation, and the universe is saying, it's time to take a moment and just be alone. Be alone and, yeah, you can reflect on it, but only if it helps you to release agitation or anger or the energy of wanting to control something. If you're going to go be alone and stew about it. That's not what this is saying. It's about taking a time out and just, enjoying your day. Go get ice cream with a friend and just take a break. What is this? Broken miscommunication. 6 of Pentacles. So 6 of Pentacles. 6 of Pentacles, it's about who you represent in this card, okay? Are you the person that's giving to more than one person in some way? You might be the boss in your situation. You might be a person that's in a relationship or has a connection with more than one person. Or you might be one of these 2 people down here that's receiving from a boss or receiving from, a specific person. One person is receiving more than the other person. If you're down here, do you feel like this person that's barely receiving anything? Or are you this person that's receiving more from this central person? Where do you fit on this particular card? More than likely, you're probably, well, I'm not even going to say, but if you're in this particular role here where you're receiving not as much as the other person, okay, you probably feel a sense of a lack of control in this situation, like you have no control. You might feel like communication is poor with this person. This person is communicating better with this second person here. If you are this person here in the middle, you might be seeking control of this situation to control these 2 people, and you can't. You can't do it. But when there are 3 people involved in some way or more than one other person involved, there's a huge opportunity for miscommunication, misunderstanding, and that makes you feel out of control in this situation. And again, all you can do is control, how you react to it, how you make it better for yourself. If you choose to stay in a situation where you're in any of these roles and you don't do anything to change it, then the way you feel about it isn't going to change. Being present, why is that important for you? 9 of Cups. So when you're in your present energy, okay, when you focus on the present, which is where you have power, that's where your 9 of Cups is. That's where you will feel your wishes being fulfilled. And I've used this example in the other readings too, that this is literally the card that explains why I'm not in the corporate world anymore. Because in the corporate world, for especially some of the higher level positions, it's very difficult to remain present, okay? And a lot of you might be experiencing this. And if you're experiencing a lack of joy and satisfaction in your job, take a look at how much time you're spending focused on what happened yesterday, or what happened last week, or what happened last month or last year. How much time you're focused on what we're going to do tomorrow, or next week, or next month, or even next year. If the majority of your time is spent in the past and in the future, which for many higher level positions, right, that's what they're about. They're about strategy and about trying to fix something that has already occurred instead of being in the present today. So the jobs that, I've enjoyed the most in my life have always been about me having to be present in the moment as to what I'm doing that day. Like, for instance, as I was in school, I was bartending. That forced me to be in the present. I had to focus on what I was doing. I wasn't thinking about yesterday. I wasn't thinking about tomorrow. I was thinking about what I was doing that day. When I was a corporate trainer for many years, I was not focused on yesterday or the day before. I was, in the sense where I would review what was covered from the day before or last week or whatever, but I had to be present in the moment to teach, to engage my class. And those types of jobs have always served me very well. It's the jobs that took me out of the present, that forced me to focus on strategy in the future or, results of the past, that completely disengaged me from loving what I did. Truly. That's why that type of job is not very secure, because it's completely focused on what's happening tomorrow and what happened yesterday. So they don't need you today. Trust me, they don't. But the people that are required to focus on what their job is today or focus on getting something done today, those are valuable positions. Hence, essential workers, right? Essential workers that have been deemed in this, in the United States. They're essential because they're getting something done every day for people. They're serving people every day. I feel like that has to be a huge message right now, because it's come out for every sign so far. Or every element, I should say. All right, so let's see what we have here. Judgment. So judgment was a heavy energy. I feel like in the water sign reading, might have been earth sign, I'm not sure. But judgment is something that you might fear, okay? Everybody, to some degree, I feel, fears being judged. The lesson around this is I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges. Now, this might say that you spend a lot of time judging others. If you're spending a lot of time judging others and at the same time you can't control anybody, how is this worth your time? Because for every minute that you spend judging somebody else, you're not paying attention to what you can do, to share your own unique gifts and talents with the world. This is a waste of time. You might spend time judging people at work. You might spend time judging your significant other, or you might spend time judging one of these people in this situation. Guess what? They're no better or worse than you in the universe's eyes. So you might as well focus on yourself and forget about what else is going on. Focus on yourself, Hermit. Let's clarify the Hermit. And let's clarify the Six of Pentacles. And let's clarify Judgment. Hermit, clarified by Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, what is next for you? If you're caught in a situation where, you feel this constant resistance, it might be time to take a break, spend some time alone, and really ask yourself what truly is next for you, because there's a pentacle there. There's a pentacle, a seed to be planted. It's like, where do I want to plant this seed? If You know, it might mean a big move for you. It might mean a new job. It might mean a new relationship. It might mean a divorce. You know, it feels big though. It feels like it's been something you've been carrying around for a while. And it's like, I don't really have to carry this if I don't want to. I can surrender the resistance that I have to what I don't like in my life right now. And you can, you know, figure out what's next for you. And even if it seems big and insurmountable, like, oh my gosh, I could never do this, you can, day by day, you know, inch by inch, it's a cinch. When you look at it mile by mile, it's a pile. But doing something every day around what you want to do next gives you that sense of control that you're really, you know, you're feeling a lack of control. So by doing something every day that propels you forward to where you want to be, that can be the cure for feeling out of control or a lack of control in your life. It's about taking control and figuring out what's next for you that brings you joy and happiness. 6 of Pentacles. Let's look at what this is about. Page of Wands. All right, so somebody here in this situation here, all right, and we have broken and miscommunication here. There might have been some very passionate expression here, okay, and it could have been positive, it could have been negative, but I feel like there were assumptions around some passionate communication, and it could have come from, you know, in any scenario in this situation. Somebody expressed something in a passionate way that I feel like was taken wrong, made you feel a lack of control in a situation. I don't feel like it was as bad as you think it was. It might call for some, you know, new perspective. One more here. The Fool. So something that made you feel some type of communication, probably passionate communication, and it could have been angry communication, could have been very positive, passionate communication, something that made you feel a little bit out of control. 6 of Pentacles, Page of Wands, you know, ultimately is creating a new opportunity for you to take a risk that you've wanted to take for a long time. And again, it might be in relationship, it might be with a new job, it might be new location, it might be a completely different career. But you can see how all of this energy works together for your greater good. You know, to remove the resistance and frustration that you've been feeling in whatever the situation is, to realize that, you know, it's not about controlling other people. It's about, you know, 7 of Pentacles. What do I do next for myself to get me to the next level? Whatever it is. That's all you can control. That's it. And the Fool, you know, it's like there's a lot of freedom in not knowing necessarily what the outcome is. That's a good feeling. And for a lot of people, I know it's not. For me, it's always been a good feeling to, you know, for there to be some element of the unknown always out there, you know, from one week to the next. You know, I don't know if a single person is going to watch my readings or my videos. I don't know. You know, I'm comfortable with that risk. A lot of people wouldn't be comfortable with that. And that's okay. That's okay. It depends, you know, on a lot of things, you know, where your comfort level is. But it is very freeing to take a risk. It really is. You know, even if it doesn't work out, You know that by taking that risk, you know you have the answer to something that you otherwise wouldn't have the answer to. You have the opportunity to correct a miscommunication or broken communication. You have the opportunity to correct it or realize that it wasn't as bad as you thought it was to begin with. All right, so let's look at this Judgment. I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges. Right. And then we have 4 of Cups. So this card, you know, it's like, what is this person focused on? I always see this card as, there might be fear of judgment or rejection or being fired here, right? Focused on the negative qualities of a situation, the negative elements of a situation. You could see these 3, bland little cups here that are empty, right? You can't do anything about these. But then you've got this beautiful Ace of Cups with this dove in the cup, which is about peace. If you were to look up and see that cup of love, it's there for you, whether it's coming from the universe and you can't see it yet, or it's coming from somebody in the physical world. It's there for you. But you have to trust that it's there. By trusting that that Ace of Cups is there, these 3 of Cups won't matter to you. Whatever is falling away or whatever resistance, these cups can represent resistance. Okay? And guess what? This person here, she can't be in this low vibration here, if she's focused on that Ace of Cups, which is the present. This is the past. And this is what so many of us get stuck in, right? We get stuck in the past energy of yuck instead of focusing on, finding peace and joy and love in the moment, which you can always find. It's always there. Sometimes it's bigger than others, but it's always there. And that surrender and that release of resistance feels so good. You don't have to beat yourself up for these 3 empty cups. You never do. The universe doesn't beat you up for it, so why do you? This could be a big, what you consider a big failure at work. And, you're just beating yourself up over it. What good does that serve? You're judging yourself for it. What good? It's a waste of time. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of your energy. Instead, even if you can't see this, you can trust that it's there and move forward, 7 of Pentacles, and focus on what's next for you. That's what the universe would say for you to do. All right. All right. That is what I have for you guys for air signs for your Monday message. These are all really good things to focus on for the week. Realizing that you can't control anybody else, so you might as well not even try. Surrender any pent-up frustration and resistance and see what happens in your day. Just kind of let it go. Let it kind of roll off your back. Any broken or miscommunication, it might be worth the risk to face that and see what comes of it. You might find that it's not as bad as you think. Okay? And being present, spend the whole day not thinking about what happened yesterday or what's going to happen tomorrow, because all you have control of is yourself and the decisions that you make for yourself today. That's where your power is. Okay? All right, guys. So that is your little Monday message. You can look for the general readings tomorrow, Tuesday, and then you can look for some additional readings. I know I've been promising them for a couple weeks now, but this will be the week, and I needed to make sure I was ready to take on, what I'm taking on, now on my channel. And yeah, I'm looking forward to doing those. And yeah, if you're looking for a personal reading, definitely reach out. I'm always here for you. All right. So thanks, guys. Have a great week. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.